today's gonna be a little bit different because I know I haven't uploaded any videos at all in a while, especially any good ones. But today I think I'm gonna upload both, so it's gonna be me playing as well as me talking. I just want to point out first of all too that this shirt is fucking badass. Let me show what I look like real quick, cause I look fucking beast. It's an electric. What the fuck? No, how good you can see this fucking shit. But look at this. Look at this fucking shirt. Electric Wizard. Either which is this not badass? Like, and it's not. It's pretty subtle too. So it's not one of those weird in your face, metal shirts. It's not, just the band name. It's got a cool picture. The cross, the lungs, on the back. There's only. I don't know about the back very much. It says I the Witchfinder, so, which isn't even a good song on that album, but fuck, it's a cool shirt. It's a badass fucking shirt, and it makes sense. And people don't even realize that it's a pretty fucking depressing shirt. My mom says, like, I like this shirt. My mom's a total fucking square. She's cool as shit. I love her. But she doesn't like, heavy metal or murder and shit. This guy looks like he's about to fuck this girl up. I think that's supposed to be Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, that is Anthony Hopkins. And he's about to fuck this girl up. But I got this shirt at allthatisheavy.com, and I'm not affiliated with them at all in any way, shape, or form. But I just want to let you know that, like, they got some fucking cool clothes at allthatisheavy.com. If you're not even cool clothes, they got cool records. If you're into stoner metal, if you're into doom, if you're into heavy music, if you like heavy music, and I mean real heavy, I don't mean fucking black metal or thrash metal or any of that shit. I mean heavy, emotionally heavy, on the soul, hits your soul. If you like that kind of music, then All That Is Heavy is the website for you, man. Whoa. Because it's nothing but like awesome shit. The best t-shirts from All That Is Heavy, the best records from All That Is Heavy, the best everything from All That Is Heavy. It's nothing but good shit all around, and they're affordable. And yeah, they might not have the best. They have really good prices for records, and yeah, maybe you can find them cheaper on eBay, maybe. But I would rather buy all of my records at once, maybe spend fucking $10 extra, maybe, probably not though, than buy from 10 different fucking people and have to wait several different shipping times. Fuck that. And buying records on eBay for me has always been a pain in the ass, because there's so many times I bought records and like people didn't ship them and I had to fucking wait a month. With All That Is Heavy, I mean, and the people are cool as shit. I fuck with them, and I'm like, I was like talking about asking to, it's like, hey, could you guys, because they send little letters and they say thanks with a crayon, so I was like, can you write pictures, can you write a shitty comments about me? And they always do. They're really cool, and nothing but cool shirts. It's allthatisheavy.com. I think they have reviews of stoner metal albums. They sell CDs and stickers and shit too. They sell, but like I said, nothing but good music. Stoner metal, rock, stoner doom, some grunge. They got some Mudhoney, fuzzy shit. They got some Red Fang, Black Sabbath, Hawkwind, heavy music. So I spent 10 minutes talking about that. But alright, so let's talk about the riff I'm about to play. This is I just made this up. I think it's kind of influenced by that one song off of the Kaius album that goes doo 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 I'm using a super collider and a jazz bass. Standard tuning, same old shit. I fucked up. See, that's what sucks, man. I spent probably 30 minutes setting all this shit up, maybe even longer. I'm a slow fuck. and like I was in this creative mood. I was talking about a lot of cool shit. I was playing all these awesome awesome riffs, awesome stuff all aboard bound. I was so pumped up. And then I spent 30 fucking minutes fucking around on the YouTube thing because it wouldn't connect. And that shit pisses me off, man. It really does, you know, because shit, after that, like it's gone, you know. And Joe Rogan, man, I don't know if I mentioned Joe Rogan in these a lot, but he's got a really awesome quote on like creativity, and it's not, I don't know if it's a quote or as much as an idea, but it's basically like anything creative that you do, it's not like you come up with it. It's not like you do it. It's like it comes to you. It doesn't. They come from nowhere. They come from fucking nowhere. And that's so true. Everything funny I've said, everything I've done, it's just an impulse that comes out of nowhere. And he says it like your body's an antenna, and you got to tune it to the right frequency. And you can do stuff to help tune it, you know, drugs and psychedelics and stuff like that, or marijuana, you know, and other stuff, and then that comes to you. And that's I totally agree with that. And I'm not advocating, you know, I'm not one of those, you know, yeah, smoke weed and shit. I smoke weed, you know. You don't smoke weed? Don't smoke weed. Let's not have a fucking argument about drugs. I hate it. I hate people that just judge other people. They don't, without like, you don't, like, especially people that haven't never done it before or don't have very much experience with it. Why the fuck why do you feel the need to judge people? I just don't get it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, do you really think that you're coming off as better than them because you don't smoke weed, or you don't, you know, cool, you know, you don't smoke weed. Like, I respect that. That's a cool decision. Fucking stop rubbing it in. Don't rub it in my face and shit, you know. And yeah, a lot of stoners are super, you know, you don't smoke weed, man, you're missing out. And the truth is, it's because honestly, it's true. And deep down in my heart, I feel like you're missing out on a lot, dude. You know, why wouldn't you smoke weed? All weed does is make shit awesome. Makes food taste good. Makes sex feel better. Makes food taste better. Makes sex feel better. Makes playing stuff better. And it's not even like in a stupid way either. The reason it does all this is because it makes you super duper aware. It makes you you really realize why everything is making you feel this way. It makes you, if you're, you know, playing a video game, you relate way more to the main character. If you're playing music, you're more tuned into it, and you have whenever I coming up with riffs, everything I do is improvised. Okay, I'm too much of a bitch to write shit down. But when you're playing music, it's all, you know, you got stories behind your riffs. You don't just, oh, that sounds cool. You got an idea, and it seems like it's easier to do that. You know, and it makes, like, music, you hear every single little bit. And you know, you really start thinking deep about stuff. And yeah, I act like a fucking idiot when I'm high. I act fucking retarded. You know, but we all saw that video, Porygoon in the Morning. Don't know if you know, but I was high as fuck. But it's not like I can't function. I think the reason I act like that is because I realize that two things. A, I realize everything is this whole. It feels like everything that you're doing is bullshit. It feels this is nothing matters. You know, we're in a universe, an infinite universe where the biggest sun ever makes the planet Earth look like a speck of fucking dust. It's like if you had a fucking huge beach ball, like a big beach ball, and then you get the Earth, and the Earth's a fucking grain of sand, and that's the largest sun that we've discovered that's in our galaxy, and our galaxy makes that fucking sun look like it's like a speck of dust on a fucking football field, and there's billions of galaxies in our universe, and apparently, according to the multiverse theory, there's an infinite number of universes, and it fucking boggles your mind. And that's why really atheists, man, really get on my nerves because they think they got the fucking answer, especially these young ones, dude. And look, here's the thing about me. I want you to know this straight up. None of this shit is like I don't debate people. People fucking always think I'm arguing and shit. You're not educated. You don't have. Well, I'm not trying to argue. I'm just giving you my points and facts and stuff. But I'm always open to new information. Always, 100% open. I want to learn, and I never try to. I don't give a fuck about being right. I don't care about being right or wrong. I just want to get to the bottom of stuff. I just want to learn. You know, and people always tell me I'm wrong, I'm uneducated, and it's like, what the fuck? Who are you? You're my age. You're younger than me. You tell me I'm not educated. Why the fuck? Why do I have to be educated to bring up a topic? Because that's all I'm doing, or putting my take on it. Do I have to be educated? This is a fucking philosophical issue, you know. So I've got to be an expert on the subject suddenly. This is ridiculous. Especially we live in the day and age of Google. It's like, why do we're arguing about shit? We can Google it. We're on the internet. You know, we can Google it in 5 seconds. I don't know why we're. It's ridiculous. You know. I hate it. One time, people don't read the shit that they Google too, man. I was arguing with this girl once on Tiny Chat. This fucking cunt. Here's what she said. She's like, well, did you know that the human body is not meant to eat meat? It doesn't process it well. We're supposed to be vegetarians. And I was like, okay, that's not true at all. It's clearly not. I mean, I'd like to see the research but to say that we're not vegetarians, like, I'm not an expert, but if we were vegetarians, then we wouldn't be fucking eating meat. An overwhelming majority, would not be eating meat for 10,000 fucking years. Like, that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous claim. The animals that we evolved from, monkeys also use, because they eat meat as well. And so I was like, we're omnivores. We eat fucking meat and vegetables. It's obvious. We need protein. That's one of the biggest things about the humans is we eat a lot of calories for our size. We eat a lot of shit for our size. And that's because our brain is fucking enormous. Our brain needs like 20, all the food we eat, 25% of it goes to the brain. So we need a shitload of protein. You're not going to get, it's extremely hard to get that much protein per person. And because we hunt in groups, humans are an extremely social nature. No one is lone ever. If you're a lone human, you're going to die. Be it either conditions, other humans, tigers. I'm talking about cavemen, of course. By the way, just to preface this, something that's always interesting to me and most of the stuff I talk about, you got to kind of know this. Biologically, we are the exact same as the first humans, the first monoliths. The people that didn't know how to farm, the people that didn't know how to fish, or shit, they know how to fish, but the first humans, the cavemen, you know, the very first humans, we are the exact same as them. And that's, 10,000 plus years ago. And that's so mind-boggling to us, because while we live in a completely different world and we're obviously a lot more advanced than them as far as how we behave, we still have the same biology. We still have the same triggers that tell us, like, okay, he did this, so that's happiness. So, like, whenever we work out, we get endorphins. Why do you think that is? That's because it's part of hunting, is to be running a lot. So when we run a lot, your body's giving you endorphins to say, keep it up. But otherwise, we'd be like, fuck it. I think that's why whenever you first start working out, it sucks. The first 2 weeks, if you haven't worked out in like a long time or ever, it's horrible. And I think it's because your body forgets. Like, it doesn't give you enough endorphins and shit. But when you do that for a while, and it doesn't become so bad at all. It doesn't. But the first few weeks, like, it's insane how hard it is. Like, it's so hard that you can't wrap your head around how people like do this for like in crazy amounts, because you go out of breath like this. When I first started, I'm skinny. I've always been skinny. I wrestled in middle school. By the way, if you don't know, wrestling is by far, as far as practicing and conditioning, though, it's the hardest practices you'll go to. It's insane how they'll turn the heaters on all the way up. You're always in a room 100 degrees. You start off, this is 7th grade, in an hour. We'd start off by jogging for 10 minutes, then we'd do like 25 push-ups, 50 crunches, then we'd just do a shitload of sprinting at, like, okay, sprint, you're going to sprint, go back and sprint, sprint, you go back and sprint, sprint, go back and sprint. Okay, now we're gonna do drop downs, which is whenever you get like you jog in place really fast, and then when they whistle, you jump and land on your stomach, and then get up as fast as you can. And it sounds easy, but you do that shit a lot. It's hard. Jumping jacks. It's a ton of cardio, and this is the simple shit. This is middle school, and we do bear crawls. Bear crawls fucking suck. I think anybody can admit that nobody like bear crawls are an amazing exercise. They're amazing. They work out pretty much every muscle group, and they're good for agility, which that's my big thing. I don't want to be big and buff. You know, my idea of the perfect, physique is that of a hunter, and with physique, I mean agility. You got to be extremely agile to do stuff, and that's why ultimate. I can see. This is the thing is I'll start somewhere and then I'll go completely off. And this is, by the way, if you're keeping up, this is a fucking sub. Oh, by the way, let me tell you this about the biology of humans, and I kind of forgot what I was talking about before that. So as I talk, to remember, but the ultimate fighting. That's why I like it so much. Is because those guys are the ultimate fucking hunters as well. You know, they have insane cardio. They're extremely strong, insane amount of agility, toughness up the fucking yin yang, smarts. People don't realize, I don't think, that there's 3 types of smart. There's book smarts. There's social smartness. There's street smarts, if you even want to consider that. That's kind of like common sense and that sort of stuff, and smartest of the world, that's the biggest thing that young people lack. That's stuff that you have to learn through life. That's life lessons. Okay, that's kind of like wisdom in a way, which kind of goes in with like philosophy and stuff. That's why young people, if you're talking about politics or relationships or something, if you're talking about like the answer, no, don't ever do that. If you're under the age of 35 or 40, but especially if you're under the age of 30 or 27 is like the lowest. Once you're like 25, 27, you can kind of start talking about it. Kind of like, okay, he kind of has a no. But if you're 20, if you're fucking under the age of 30 and you are certain about shit, no, I don't take you seriously because I'm like, who the fuck is he? He's 20 years old. He thinks he knows the answer to fucking relationships. How many relationships have you been in, dude? Have you been married for several years? Have you, you haven't lived life. Shut the fuck up. You're probably looking at me and going like, well, you're yourself. But again, I don't look at anything with certainty. I'm just giving my opinion. Like, this is just the way I see it, and I try to raise a lot of questions. But yeah, ultimate fighters are the ultimate athletes, in my opinion, because they're the ultimate hunters. Football, and that's not to say I enjoy other sports too, most of them. I appreciate all sports, but I enjoy every sport. But say like baseball, okay, so you can hit a ball that goes really fast, so you have insane hand-eye coordination. That's good, but is that going to help you in a fucking hunt? How much is that going to help you in a hunt? Okay, football, okay, again. Football, you're super tough. You got to get through a bunch of guys. That's awesome. You need a shitload of agility in football. That's one of the reasons I like football. And I'm talking about American football, by the way. Soccer's okay. It's not fun to watch, but I respect the athleticism. I'd say next to ultimate athletes, soccer's like number 2. They're not. I don't think they're as tough as the ultimate fighters. What the fuck was I talking about? Hunters okay, so we're biologically wired, but so that kind of goes in with what I was saying. We have all the same, and I think one of the things that we lack is hunting. Most people don't hunt. I don't hunt. I've never hunted in my life. I've never hunted anything. I've never caught my own game. I've never done. And I think people, I respect hunting a lot, though. I really want to get into it. Don't think I will, but I really want to. And nothing, I fucking, people that try to paint hunters as bad or wrong, as, how could you kill creatures? Where the fuck do you think your cow's coming from? Just because it's okay, it's okay for you to eat a cow just because you didn't fucking kill it? Shut the fuck up, man. And I don't think they realize that most you know, hunters have an insane respect for nature, way much more than most people, because they know how to fucking hunt it. They know how hard it is to kill. Hunting's not easy. You know, tracking down deers and pigs and whatever the fuck, it's not easy. Tracking it down and then watching it run away and missing a shot and going all in on day out just to cook it, you know, it's not easy. But when you do get the kill, it seems like there's a huge endorphin. You get some endorphin release. We're wired to you know, oh yes, it's a really good feeling. You know, I think the only feeling like that most people get is sex. But I think you're supposed to have the same feeling like that whenever you kill a wild game. You know, whenever you really get a good kill, like a deer or something like that. I think, and of course you're not going to come in your pants. It's a different type of love, and I don't think most people get that. You know, depression. I was depressed last week. You know, and I'm talking clinical depression. Clinical depression. It's not just being sad and down and shit, because it's not sadness. For me, clinically depressed doesn't necessarily mean you're sad. It's just that, you know, when I look at the world, it's just I look at it and I have no motivation to do anything. I don't have, you know, and it's not because I don't want to do that stuff. It's just because I feel like I'm gonna fail at this stuff, or I feel like, what's the point? What's the purpose? You know, and that's a shitty feeling. And I think the problem with that is you're missing something. I think I was missing social interaction. I got off my job for a week and fuck it. I drank a shitload of alcohol too. Alcohol really. If you want to get me depressed, get me drunk once. It's super drunk. Alcohol, it has a super lasting effect. I've only been drunk. I was shit faced once, which shit faced is slang term. Its definition is like, you're so drunk you literally don't even remember. You don't remember what you're doing. You have brief glimpses, but most of it you can't remember. But apparently you were acting like an ass, and you don't even remember. It was like you were asleep, then you woke up, you're just crying for a little bit, and people are driving you home, telling you to, you know, it's okay, shut the fuck up, clearly annoyed with you. Remember puking a little bit, then going back to bed, stumbling inside. What I did to get kicked out of that party, I got no fucking clue. You know, that's shit face, and I hated it. I was so depressed afterwards, and part of it has to do with I didn't have any friends at the time, you know, and I was still in college. I felt like a fucking huge loser. Felt lost in life. I was 18, you know. I didn't know have any direction. The biggest thing is I didn't have a friend. I think it's truly the biggest thing is no friends, but I think the alcohol really pushed that shit over the edge. You know, it's kind of like an underlying depression for me. It's like I'm always a little bit depressed, but I cope with it very well, and I think I don't know. It's not where by coping with it, it's like it's always there. You're never going to get rid of it, but you can make it go away. You can make it not affect you at all in any way, and you can never you can go on a daily day without experiencing those feelings of nothing's worthwhile and nothing's you know, worth doing, and you feel positive about yourself. But I guess alcohol brings that shit out. I don't know what my point is. I'm losing my fucking, as far as like conversation stuff, and I can talk all day. I love talking. I like share my mind, and I hate to say this, it sounds super pretentious, super douchey and condescending, but I don't like my own, you know, I don't think I'm an interesting person. Like, I don't think what I have to say, I know people don't give a shit. I don't think what I have to say is important. I don't think what I have to say is profound or anything, but people have told me that, you know, I feel that, you know, if someone's listening to this and it helps them or it opens their mind up, cool. That's all I'm trying to do, is open people's minds up. You know, I'm not trying to. I'm truly like. I can't say entertain you because I think of entertainment as a different thing. I'm just trying to, get people to say, oh yeah, that makes sense. I can make sense. Maybe spark a discussion in the comments, even though I know no one fucking watches these, man. No one watches any of my videos now. I posted those original Pokemon videos, and they got a fuckload of views. I get fuckloads of subscribers. No one watches my current videos because they're like, oh, he doesn't do that as much. I made those Lavender Town videos, and even the fucking Lavender Town remixes. I made new remixes, and nobody watched them. And sure, it's because I haven't uploaded videos around. I'm not complaining about my subscribers, because I mean, most of you subscribers don't watch this, and I know an astounding amount of you. Pretty much, if you're not a good friend of mine, I can't see someone sitting through this whole thing. Someone might. I don't know. Oh, the Pokemon Let's Play, though. Like, okay, I would have thought that would have got a shit, like, oh, cool, I like Porygoon, he seems like a funny guy, he's doing a Let's Play Pokemon. But the first video, even, I feel is pretty well done. I don't feel it's over the top. I guess it's hard to hear my voice at times. But I think, for the most part, it's easy to watch. It's not a hard watch at all. And yet, even that video only has like a few hundred views, and that's the first one. That's people who don't, assuming that most of my subscribers don't even know anything about my sense of humor or personality at all. Why would they not? Like, they saw I uploaded them pretty quickly in succession. Why wouldn't they be like, yeah, I'll check it out? I'm not hating on you. I don't fucking watch any of my subscribers at all. I do not keep up with my subscribers. I mean, or the people that I subscribe to. I just don't. Even though I'm like, oh, I'd love to see new videos for this person. Like, if they truly have awesome videos. But I just don't get in the habit of it, And I'm probably never gonna, just because I like watching shit later anyways. It's not a big deal for me to, oh, I have to be the first to watch it. I don't get super excited about anybody's videos. But yeah, if I said, this is like background, this is background stuff, and I hope I get you to think a lot. The biggest inspiration for this is the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, man. My experiences with podcasts before that was the Mega 64 podcast, and I really like it. Probably because I don't have those conversations with anyone ever, and it's like, oh shit, I can tell your friends. But I stopped watching that for a bit just because I was like, honestly, I think with me, I really like video games. I want to like them so much because they're an insane thing. But it seems like most video games that I play just don't deliver. They're missing some. It's hard to keep engaged because seems like, and I can't necessarily explain on the part, but it seems like there's something that's like I can't. And I have the shortest attention span, I know, but I try to still play them. I give them. I like RPGs. I'll play RPGs for a good hour or two, starting, but truthfully, RPGs are so hard for me to get into. They're so slow paced, and it's the combat that really. There's a game, Star Ocean. I really like that game. It has really good, because the combat in Star Ocean is like a hack and slash. It's not like, I guess it's like the Tales series. I've never played the Tales of Vesperia. I don't know the first one. The Tales it's like Tales of Symphonia, and there's Tales of Vesperia, Tales of Day something. I don't know. But if you know RPGs, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about at this point. But it's like a God of War style hack and slash, and then you can switch to like bows and arrows and shit, and that's what I'm into. That's, for some reason, when I see a game with like bows and arrows, I'm like, oh shit, I got it. Doesn't matter if this game is set in the sci-fi realm, which I think I prefer fantasy. They're equally as cool, but I'm pretty sure I prefer fantasy. Sci-fi is cool too. I think it seems like sci-fis are more dramatic, and they have much more deeper driven plots, and there's like a darker tone to them. But fantasy is fucking badass. It's cooler to kill someone with a bow than a gun. Yeah, but there's also guns and robots in Star Ocean. I'm talking about The Last Hope, by the way. the one for the 360. Or I'm sorry, PS3. I was making a point in my head. Oh, you got to say the right version. Because the 360 version has like discs. You got to switch them out. That's another thing. Like, I might have talked about this. The definition of in a different video, but the definition of what a good game is or like what a game should be, and it's like it has to be extremely engaging. It has to be very what's the word, man? It starts with an I think, where you're really into it. And I keep introspective keeps coming to my head, but that's not the fucking word. It has to make it so that you're forgetting that you're in the real world. Okay, and that's pot and video games go hand in hand. And by the way, if you're young, I don't want you to smoke weed if you're young. Okay, it's not for legal reasons at all. It's legitimately like save it for it's better as an adult and truly as a young kid. You need to focus on what you want to do as an adult. You really, because you can fuck around a lot, but try to find a passion or something, man. And I don't think I think you need to develop. You need to develop by yourself, okay, and not some fucking. You don't need to be under the influence. I don't know if it affects brain growth at all. I don't know, but I know that it seems like to me that you really to really understand who you really are, which is a big part of being a human. As a child, as a kid growing up, you really, really need to understand who the fuck you are sober. You know, like, especially people that smoke when they're like 15, 16, 17, dude, that's when you really start realizing like who you are, what humanity is. You start seeing the world for what it really is. There's no, and a few go party now and then okay, that's normal. Who cares? But if you're in high school and you're like an everyday smoker, fucking quit, because you're seriously hurting yourself. In my opinion, my humble opinion, you know. I mean, I'm not telling you to quit. Consider it, okay? Figure out who you are sober and get a fucking passion instead of just smoking weed all day. Don't use weed as an escape. That's how people turn into the fucking losers that get weed where weed ruins their life. Okay, weed's awesome. It's the shit. Okay, I know like better. You know, I know how awesome weed is. I love weed. But if you're using it as an escape, like as an actual like an escape, not as something to enhance life, not as something to make shit better, to have an introspection, to look at yourself, or if you're using it because you want to get away, and this is kind of, you know, if you're doing it every day, then if you're using it as an escape every single fucking day, as a kid especially, fucking consider quitting. You need to find an outlet. You need to find something that you can do sober that really makes you want to live life, you know. With me, I don't know what the fuck it is still. I think part of it's playing music, entertaining people in general. I like making people happy. I like making people laugh, especially. When I make people laugh, it's like the best feeling in the world. I'm gonna get a fucking cup of water now because I can feel my shit getting dry. You know, I haven't brushed my teeth today because I'm a slob, and I don't want to taste shit in my mouth all day. So I will be back in like 3 seconds to get a small cup of water. And I've had a fuckload of coffee. You know, Adderall, amphetamines, you name it. Meth. I'm also cleaning the coffee filter. So. Yeah, we have one of those coffee filters that you can reuse. Not the white ones. So yeah, we reused it. It's real neat. It's real neat. Hope I don't get in trouble for sink, she'll say to me, were you fucking drinking coffee? Alright. So, what was I talking about? I hope that, see, ADHD, fucking super, super, super short attention span. That's one of my biggest problems, is that my attention span is so short. I was talking about video games. That's the other thing with video games. I have such a low attention span. Like, I can't... Because video games, it seems, should be so immersive, was the fucking word I was looking for later. Fucking immersive. They suck you in. If... You know, and it's so much easier to be sucked in if you're high, because you forget. Because the thing about high, it really fucks with your short-term memory. As you're high, people say, you know, you short-term memory loss later on in life. I don't really know about that very much, but when you're high, it definitely, and that really makes you fucking speaking about shit, because you forget that you're you know, you're not, it's like you're less aware that you're I'm inside a room right now, and there's this around me. You're not aware of that at all. Instead, you're only focused on the music, and because there's so much fucking focus on the music, it makes it's all you hear everything better, you know. I think but back to video games, yeah. They should be super duper immersive, and they should have a good story. You know, graphics are part of it, but you don't have to have extremely good graphics to be good. I mean, as long as you understand what the point is. Okay, Super Nintendo graphics, I can be sucked in to Super Nintendo. Is it more fun to be sucked into like 3D games with super good graphics? Yeah, because you can. It's easier to understand everything. You know, whenever fucking there's it's harder to remember that you're playing a video game, because you don't have to. Everything looks like it fucking would look in real life, and everything's there, and it's so pretty, and you know, it's hard to look at 16-bit shit and go like, oh, that's beautiful. You know, it's a different kind of beautiful. It's whenever it's realistic and there's a cool art style, that sucks you in more. But one of the best games that I've played is Super Metroid, because there's little bullshit to start. There's very little bullshit. You're in the okay, here's the backstory. The Metroid did this. You gotta kill this, and then you gotta do that. You gotta fucking say that. And then when you're on the planet, it's pretty quick. Where you're on the planet, and that's it. There's no. Nintendo has this awesome thing where they don't really tell you. You cannot know how to play the game, and they spend like no time explaining to you how to do every single thing. But you get it. It's real easy, and that's a big thing. Tutorials really are fucking, like, long tutorials are not fun. I don't think they're fun. They should be fun. Like, I think I don't watch that very much anymore. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I think Extra kind of talks about has an episode of tutorials. I don't know if I'm drawing in on any of their points or not. Yeah, I just want to, if anybody like accuses me of like plagiarism and shit, like I haven't watched it in a long time, but some of my points might be the exact same as theirs. I don't think it's the exact. I don't know, but I'm not plagiarizing. That's what I'm saying. But like, tutorials should be somewhat. They should be short as fuck. First of all, because when you realize, because if they're telling you like you got to push this button, there it is, button. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in a fucking game. Remember it. You know, and like a lot of games, this whole fucking video games are tutorial, and I think that's the most underappreciated or under people. The thing that developers overlook the most is how the controls and everything needs to be very simple and fluid. It's that simple, you know. Metroid, you got to do a lot of shit, but it's so easy to figure out how to do it. You know, because they don't spend a lot. They don't. They respect you enough so that it's like they'll figure this out, but they give you just enough. Okay, push this to become a ball. Okay. And that's why like there's no one ever telling you Metroid, Super Metroid, man, it fucking really sucks because the Metroid there's really no other game in the Metroid series that I like aside from Super Metroid. But Super Metroid's like my favorite fucking game ever, and it's really weird, you know. I want to like the primes a lot, but the first person shooter controls where you can't shoot up, you can only go left and right with the fucking shooter. It's annoying, and there's too many fucking puzzles. I can appreciate like puzzles are cool, but for me puzzles really I lose pretty much all immersion because it's like this doesn't fucking make sense. Like Half-Life 2 is so awesome, it's so super immersive, but then you go to that fucking puzzle, the teeter-totter puzzle. It's simple as shit to figure out and kind of out of it. Pretty much it really breaks the fucking flow of shit. It's like what am I supposed to do? That's where developers fuck up too. Is they'll we want to make it difficult. Okay, just because you don't know what to do, like in a specific area, that doesn't make it difficult. It makes it like, oh, okay, I figured it out. It's a lot of time for me. It feels like an inconvenience a lot of times more than anything else. And I know with Metroid, it seems like how can he say it? But he likes Metroid. But the thing is, Metroid gives such a good amount of hits as to like where you need to go and shit. So it's not very hard to figure out Metroid, Super Metroid. I mean, but I love Super Metroid because the whole atmosphere. It's like you're alone. I'm alone on a planet all by myself. There's no one's gonna help me. I'm all alone, and I gotta navigate it. And the non-linearity of it, even though it's pretty linear. I mean, you know, you get the morph ball. You have to get the morph ball first, and you got to get some missiles. Then you fucking go to Brinstar and get the what the fuck do you super missiles. Then you go to Norfair and get the high jump boots, and then you fight Kraid and get the various suit. Then you get the speed shit and Norfair again. Then you go to there. You get the power bombs in Norfair and the speed boots. You go to the wrecked ship and get the fucking gravity suit. You go to Meridia and get the space jump. You go and then you fucking go beat Ridley. You go back to Norfair and beat Ridley, and then you finish the game. You go to the thing where you beat all the bosses. Like that sounds like a lot of shit, but like you pretty much have to all that shit. You pretty much have to do in that order. There's the thing that it's non-linear about it is all the side quests, and then it never tells you what to do. There's multiple paths, but they all pretty much the multiple paths are like special bonuses and shit, and every room is kind of like you have to figure it out, but it's in a fun way. It's not in a way where it's like, oh, this is super tough. I don't understand how to do this. I fucking hate like puzzle games. I can't. Portal's the only puzzle game that I really like. Again, Portal does it really. It's a fun figure out. It's not like, oh, I got to put this here and do this, and you got to do a bunch of shit before you can get out. And Portal 2 is like I think it's the only game I played in 2011, but it's like my favorite game of 2011. I love Valve, man. Valve and Nintendo are like. Really, I don't like very many of Nintendo's newer games. They're just not. It's not that you have to be dark. it's not. It's just that there's a certain goofiness. It's like, man, this isn't. This is too goofy for me. This is like super silly. There needs to be at least an air of seriousness about it. Like Mario, I can't get into Mario's kind of fun, but I can't get into it because it's like, why the fuck is he saving? There's a lot of unanswered questions. Why is he saving the princess in the first place? What's the backstory behind here? And then it's breaks gameplay a lot. People fucking love Mario, and it's a fun game, simple, but greatest game of all time. Shut the fuck up. Greatest anything of all time. I hate because there's so much bias towards old shit that like revolutionized stuff. It's like there's just because it's revolutionary doesn't necessarily make it great. You know, what the fuck is you can't any art saying it's like the greatest is pretty fucking ridiculous. It's such a silly claim. You know, like greatest black metal. I fucking hate it, man. Like, cause every publication does it. Every big does it. Pitchfork. This is the 10 best songs, best albums of 2011. What the fuck? What? According to you, what? Why is this? Why are the fuck are their opinions? Why is anybody's opinions like reviewers? Like, why the fuck are they respected at all? Like, why they get paid to fucking play games and like they get paid to play games and then review them so that people can go like, well, you know, the guy on IGN didn't like it, so I heard he said that it has like it does this and this wrong and shit. I understand why we do it. Like, I understand their job, but like when you assign scores and shit to it, or say like this is the best new music, this is the top 10 greatest best album of 2011. Okay, what the fuck does that even mean, dude? How the fuck are you gonna do that? You gonna tell me you extensively listened to every single album in 2011 and then came up with like, this is the one that set my emotions off the most. This was the one that gave me the most unique perspective and that will probably give you this to you too. It's like, what? Why waste your time? A review to me, I think scores are fucking bullshit. Reviewing it on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this album? How am I rating it? Like, what is it moments whenever I'm not completely drawn into the album? Well, then no album has a 10 because there's no fucking way that just music alone can draw you in, like, for an entire fucking hour and like every single time, or 80 minutes of just music, like they're gonna get every single note right. Come on, you know. And I know people who are gonna fucking say like hatred and shit, like that's bullshit, man. Fucking My Bloody Valentine's Loveless. I've listened to Loveless, and there's parts of Loveless where my mind wanders a little bit. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Fucking count those times and then average it out? Like, okay, so this would be a 7.2 because there was times when I was confused and the approach of the message or the music was a little bit off. You know, music is such a weird thing too. People don't ever talk about how weird music is, but it's so weird because what is the biological connection? Because that's what it is it's like somehow just hearing these sounds together, it makes you, changes your emotions. You know, it makes you want to do something, and I think that's like the kind of music people like. I think says a lot about their personality. Not to a good point. Not their personality doesn't mean. Shit, how do I word this? Because I don't think like people that like oh, she likes this book, she likes this music. Oh, we'd be a perfect match. We like the same music. Because none of that shit matters at all. That matters so little, man. It's crazy how like, you know, there's dicks that like awesome music. There's fucking creepy people that like awesome music. There's, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't mean shit. There's fucking cool people that like shitty music, and there's shitty people that like cool music. Um, so that's silly, but I think what I mean is like the type of mood that they like to be in the most, it seems, or the mood that they want to explore the most. So like with me, I like heavy metal. Or stoner doom metal is the biggest one, but heavy metal in general is pretty much kind of my thing. But mostly heavy shit. Motorhead, like seriously, lately Motorhead's like the furthest from doom I've gone. And as far as the metal side, I also like psychedelic music. Music, I like some shoegaze, but it has to have a dark vibe. It has to have a really you know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna name all the genres here. I've always say like I like every music. I like any music. It just depends on the fucking mood I'm in, man. You know, and I can't say every single music. I don't like deathcore. I don't like Attack because all that it's fake. You know, it seems fake at least to me. It seems very. Oh, well, they do this to provoke this reaction. So, okay, we'll do this, and it seems like the people that like it, they don't like it because it makes them. It does. I don't. It seems like it doesn't truly make them. It doesn't truly change them. You know, like give them that primal instinct where you just want to like either dance or get happy or whatever. But instead of doing that, they feel like, oh, if I listen to this is hardcore music. Like this is cool. So especially the people that like change their fucking hair, they look goofy and get the stupid fucking piercings and ear gauging and shit, and they're like, I'm hardcore, man. You like this? I hate those fucking. I hate such a strong word, but those people, to me, are so fucking subhuman. And if you listen to deathcore, I don't fucking hate you outright. Like I said, cool people everywhere, but I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. From my experience, though, those fucking hardcore kids and the people that dress up like a fucking clown on a daily basis, like that, put that much effort just because they want to fucking look. They want people to know, oh, he listens to deathcore music. They're fucking compensating for some shit. You know what I mean? Like they're compensating for emotionally. They're wanting to project some shit too much. That's why fashion, like people that fucking obsess over fashion, like I don't get at all. Because all clothes are is like that's like this is a small representation of my personality, just a small bit, not a very big. So but people that do fashion go crazy over it. And again, it seems like they're compensating for shit. Like I don't want people to see me for who I really am. So I'm gonna make sure to impress them. I don't want to impress them with my personality. I'd rather impress them with my clothes, with the fucking clothes I wear. That's what it seems like. I'm not hating on you. I don't hate on people's hobbies, but that's always been my point of view. That's what it seems like for people. Fuck, cramp. Oh, fuck, that hurt. I guess I'm not gonna be fucking playing it all today. I'm gonna put this bass guitar down so I can talk. Oh shit, talk. I snagged these fucking headphone cords. Oh my god! I snagged this fucking cord so much. I'm surprised that this thing hasn't broken. Because it's kind of thick for a headphone cord. It's like this, which for a headphone cord, like that's pretty in comparison. It's on my nose. But I snag it fucking hard every time and it doesn't do shit, so. But anyway, music, it seems like the reason we listen to music is because we want to feel closer to a certain emotional, a certain state of consciousness. I think music induces altered states of consciousness. Sure, we're aware we're doing it, but, whenever I listen to I like minimal composition and stuff like that, and droney music, I go into it. It's very easy for me, and I can ride my bike to go into a zen mode, and it feels like I'm high or in a very dreamy state. Okay, that music does something to spark that shit in my head. Maybe it's a placebo. I don't know or care. When I listen to really good metal songs, I just want to fucking jam. I want to bang my head, and I want to, you know, sometimes I want to fight. It makes me really want to perform, like a good, super good, like, heavy songs. I love that shit. Some songs make me want to work out. I can't. When I work out, it's hard for me to listen to music, and I love music a lot. But when I'm working out, that music sounds like noise. It's like, get this shitty noise out of my ear, no matter what it is. And I think it's because I focus on the music too much, and then when I'm working out, I'm like, I can't focus on the music and the fucking exercising at the same time. I like podcasts. When I work out, I listen to podcasts because podcasts are a super easy distraction. What does that say about my personality? I like talking more than I like discussions. A lot more than I like music. But it seems like, say, like metal it seems like metal brings out, aggression or anger. I don't think anger, but I think it seems like metal brings out aggression in you. And that's if you want to, feel aggression or get that aggression out, then that's why you listen to metal. It seems like with rap, it seems like it does that too, but in a different way, in a much more cool, chill way. I don't listen to much rap, but that's the vibe I get. You want to do it while still kind of looking cool. I think that's again why a lot of rap. I just don't like it because it seems so fake. And I respect rappers for sure. For sure, rappers are insane lyricists, and they're smart as fuck. The stuff they do, like the lyrics are insane. The meanings behind them, it's razor sharp. And I can respect, good beats. I don't hate rap. That's what I'm getting at. Like, I listen to rap, I can respect it, but I don't listen to it a lot. So, if my opinion seems like, what the fuck is he talking about? Then there you go. But again, it seems like it's trying to get out of aggression, but it's also kind of like, look at me, look how cool I am, look the lyrics especially, but and that's when you relate to the lyrics, like that's another good thing. Maybe like when the lyric alone hits you, just because I don't listen to the lyrics very much, I'm more into the actual music side of things, and I think that's probably why I have kind of weird perspectives on music. Because to me, like, the vocals are just another instrument. Like, they're just another part of the noise. But when really good lyrics hit me, or really memorable lyrics hit me, or stuff that I can relate to, like, I've been through that, then that song, like, becomes so much more better. There's a song, Carnivore, one of the best lyrics ever. It's like, hate is fear, I rip at my face in the mirror, death approaching, something getting near. I'm rotting inside, I'm disgusted with myself. Death approaching. I forget the last line, but that hate is fear, I rip at my face in the mirror, that's super true. I mean, I can relate to that. I looked at myself in the mirror and just been like, oh, I fucking hate myself. Not the way I look, but, just who I am as a person. I fucking hate that. I've been there before. Rotting inside, I'm disgusted with myself, of course. Rotting inside is such a good phrase. Because it's like, everybody knows what dying inside means. Rotting inside is like, you're already dead and you're rotting. Your soul's dead and it's rotting, and it's just shitting up your whole life. And you hate your fucking, the shit that you do, you can't stand it. You can't stand your personality. You can't stand the way you act. You can't stand the shit you do. You hate how either lazy you are. You hate how you hate aspects of your personality. So you hate a lot of aspects of your personality. I fucking can relate to that. And so someone that I respect, like, for Peter Steele, it's like he can relate to that too. It's like, shit. This guy's, instant respect. This guy's fucking talking the truth, he's saying some shit that's real. This hits me. Another Ozzy Osbourne is another one who really fucking Ozzy can drop some shit on me, man. Like, with his lyrics hit me so much. Like it's like yes. When he like warmer, he's like a preacher. All of these lyrics are like vocals, or he's like a preacher singing, saying and the way when he sings, like I feel the same way. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, say it, man. War Machine, when he's talking about how it's fucked up that rich people are starting wars to make money, and they're sending the poor people there, and poor people just take it. We just turn a blind eye, Completely fucking. It's like, yes, preach that shit, Ozzy, with a background of fucking awesome jammy music. That's the thing. I think that's why I like stoner metal and jam music too. That music, it's like you want to get lost. You get lost in that music and you don't know where it's going, man, because the fucking musicians don't know where they're going. And it's like a ride. It's a fucking super fun ride. With ups and downs and shit. I love stoner. I say stoner, doing metal in general. I love that heavy shit because it's on a ride. There's a lot of fucking tempo changes and jammy stuff. Improvisation. So yeah, I'm trying to think about like sad music. That's the one thing that I really can't get into very much because I don't like fucking being sad. I don't know why the fuck would you listen to music that makes you sad? It's an interesting thing, and whenever you're really, really sad, then you like to listen to it because you can relate and it makes you want to cry even more. And I've only done this like once. But other than that, like people that like exclusively listen to sad music, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with those people. So yeah, music's really weird in the way that it just seems to these weird sounds seem to really change us. You know what? On that note, I'm gonna fucking play bass. I'm hungry as fuck. Throw that out there. And I don't know what the fuck to play. I guess that if I could remove that riff from the beginning. Thank God I recorded that, man. Because that's so many riffs. I don't write down anything. I fucking do not write down shit. Some joke ideas I write down. grabbed it with my fucking pinky. The first day that I met you, I was looking at the sky. The thunder in the clouds, you seem to move our bodies high. You look so cool and casual, and I tried to look the same. But I saw you in a dream, and you were with another man. I was born without you, baby, but my feelings were a little bit too strong. Let's try switching the pedals a bit around for a bit. We'll plug this thing. This is it. That was a Boss FC2. I was using every setting. Mostly the boost and the fuzz too, though. But I think most of it was boost. Don't even have to fuck with this one. That's why I like that pedal. Like, I got the settings on that pedal perfect. I gotta fuck with it. No shit. Just that microphone. Exchange operation got botched. My guardian angel fell asleep on the watch. Now all I've got is a Barbie doll crotch. I've got an angry inch. Six inches forward and 5 inches back. I got an angry inch. 6 inches forward and 5 inches back. Where you still hear the cries. My mother told me not to get out the guys. I changed my name and assumed the disguise. I got an angry inch. Six inches forward and 5 inches back. I got an angry inch. 6 inches forward and 5 inches back. you still hear the cries? My mother told me not to get out the dice. I changed my name and assumed the disguise. I got a motherfucking angry end. I wanna live all the time, I don't know why, I don't wanna fucking be me, I don't know, I don't know you, fuck you, you slut, you fucking own me. I just made that up. It's like I've had this riff in my head, like ideas, not for lyrics, but just for like, I wanna be I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you. I lock myself in the door, I see myself fucking around. I keep fucking up. Okay. I don't know where I am, I can't stop to stare. I'm around all the time. I don't know what I want. I don't care about you. You don't know who I am. Just die, fucking kill yourself. I'm dead. We're all dead. Nobody knows, so nobody. Nobody knows, so nobody. Nobody knows, so not mine. Nobody else sound no fucking. Fuck that. That didn't sound right. I wanna be my queen, but you're dead now. You're dead to me. I don't wear. I wanna see yourself. I wanted to see our souls combine. Our souls combine. I just wanted to be one. I just wanted to be one. I wanted us to be one, but you. That's a good one. I wanted our souls combined. I wanted us to. I wanted both of us to be one. You didn't want nobody. I guess I wasn't your special someone. Shit. I wanted our souls to combine. myself tonight. I'm not myself tonight. Yeah. I don't know, motherfucker. I sing motherfucking songs, baby. I sing these fucking songs, baby. Words from the top of my head. Words from the top of my head. All improvised, no lines. All improvised, no lines. No vocal talent, no shit. Rape me, thine on. I see no sun to eat, no sun, no one to see. I am the dark's, I am the dark savior. I get no fucking idea. I wanna be, I wanna be. I'm the one, the only one. I'm the one, the only one. I'm the one, the only one. I'm the one, the motherfucking chosen one. You don't know some of the bitch, you know. I don't know what another fucking night. I don't wanna be another bitch, you know. I don't know about me. And you, we're through me. And you, we're through. if I recorded. I don't know if the fucking audio on this was recorded, man. Motherfucking headphones! That's an example of my impulsive anger. You see, how I yelled at the headphones, but I didn't throw them. Very rarely. Actually, I don't really yell at. I don't yell at people. First of all, never. I always try to have utmost respect for people. I don't raise my voice. Here we go. Let's fucking go for 10 more minutes. I don't raise my voice, you know. I don't try to be hostile to people, you know. Just because you have a fucking difference in opinion doesn't mean you can't fucking have a civil discussion, you know. Especially, even when people are hostile to you, that's the biggest mistake people have is to get hostile back. Don't. Just remind them, like, okay, hey man, you're yelling at a party right now. Dude, you're yelling at me. Stuff, shit like that. That for me, that works. Hey, you're yelling at me. Okay? I'm gonna fucking act this shit out now. Get it perfect. You're yelling at me. You're yelling at me. Timothy, you are yelling at me. Calm down, man. It's not... You're arguing over a fucking beer, man. Chill out. Alright, man? Take it easy, dude. Alright, I know what you're saying. Like, I understand. I didn't mean to disrespect you. I apologize, dude. I apologize, man. I don't know. Dispute over a fucking beer. I don't know, man. You started getting mad. You started fucking acting like you wanted to fight. Some people do fucking want to fight. I don't know if I've said this before. Fighting is fucking stupid. Fighting, you know, for sport, like, that's awesome. I like ultimate fighting, like I said. But to solve disputes, all you're saying by wanting to fight someone or actually fighting someone, you're just saying, like, I'm too stupid to discuss this with words. You're right. You're right. And I have nothing against that. I'm too stupid to have an argument with words and being civil. So I'm going to try to fight you. Okay, that's one reason it's dumb, because you're fucking admitting that you lost. Another reason it's dumb, though, is because you never, especially with strangers, like if you're friends, it's kind of, I can understand, but with strangers, you don't know their fighting background at all. You don't know anything. You don't know their win-loss record. You don't know the kind of day they've been having. You don't know if they know mixed martial arts at all. They could fucking explode and kill you. Okay, that's why, like, seriously, people that have been in fights before, like, are way less, like, those dudes that you meet in bars that, hey, fucking watch you go, that want to start fights, those people have either not been in a fight, or they haven't been in enough fights where they've gotten hurt. Okay, like, that's, people that have been in a shitload of fights aren't eager to start fights, because you fucking get hurt in fight, like, you get hurt, injured, you know, that's, your ego drops. You fucking lose fights and shit. It goes down quick. You know, you don't want to fucking get hurt and injured and shit. So don't fucking fight. But at the same time, some people need to get the shit beat out of them. Straight up. So, a lot of people need to get the fuck beat out of them, because a lot of people are really disrespectful towards other people, and it's easy to forget that, oh yeah, we can fucking kill each other with our bare hands. Like, we could settle. This is a way to settle disputes. And they have such a fucking lack of respect for people. They need to get the shit beat out of them. They need to truly get the fucking fuck kicked out of them. So because it's humbling. It's really humbling. Some people need to fucking, you know, have that humbleness to them. A lot of people, you know. And I'm not just talking about people that start fights. People that are disrespectful with their words. People that, like, if someone talks shit, like if people talk shit a lot and are annoying and obnoxious about it, yelling in people's faces, those people need to get they need to get really fucked up. The person on it should be completely legal to fuck that person up. You just be like, I felt threatened. They were fucking yelling at me, screaming, getting in my face. I beat the fuck out of them. Did I take it a little too far? Maybe. I gave the fucking faggot a broken nose and a fucking broken ribcage. Who gives a shit? He'll recover. Okay? The medical, that shit should pay for itself. toughness is a really strange thing. Why do people think they're tough for silly reasons? For silly reasons. I've been in a fight. I can fight well. Okay, I'm from San Francisco, dude. I've seen some shit. I've been through a lot. My parents got in a divorce. I think I'm strong and independent. Like, what the fuck is toughness? There's so many different levels of it. Oh, I don't think I was talking about that. The level of smarts. One of the smarts that people forget about. Like, do you remember about this? Like, an hour fucking ago when I was talking about how some people are... Fuck! God damn it! No one's gonna remember this. When I was talking about people, there's book smart. There's people that know science. There's people that are smart as far as street smarts, which you learn, that's kind of like wisdom that you learn through the year, that's kind of also common sense. But common sense is fucking, trust me, I have no common sense at all. Like, when I'm working a job and shit, I'm constantly second guessing and asking myself. I think a lot of common sense has to do with confidence. I have really shitty confidence in myself. Incredibly low. Do you blame me? But no. Which I think it's important to have a lot of confidence in yourself, because you gotta trust yourself. You know what I mean? You gotta have trust in yourself, because confidence creates independence. And I'm 21, still living with my mom. I want to move out, a lot. I think that'll help my confidence a lot and shit. But that's the biggest problem is trying new stuff. And it's not like I do silly shit in public, but it's all kind of a masked thing. I want to truly be myself. I want people to see the real me instead of this kind of character or whatever. Which I think this is like the real me, but in like actual life, in interacting with people, normal actual people, there's like, I think, a lot of guards and shit that I put up, and not just that, not just interacting with people, but doing tasks like myself. Like, I don't know if I'm not sure that this is the right thing I should do, if I'm not 100% sure about my abilities in this. And it's simple shit, and that's not good. You gotta, fuck fear. You know what I mean? Fear is the biggest thing that holds people back, is because they're afraid to do stuff. And it's so insane, because you learn way more from your failures than you do from your successes. You learn a shitload more. You have a failure, usually you learn a lesson. And people don't like failing. They don't like getting made fun of, or laughed at, or they don't like hurting themselves, or they don't like causing fucking financial damages and being in a fucking rough spot. Nobody likes that. But the truth is, you learn way more from that. You learn a lot more from that than succeeding every night. It drives you, and so you learn a lot from it. So then, why are we so goddamn afraid of failing? Like asking guys that are afraid of like asking girls out. They're like actually like afraid of asking girls out. It's like, dude, what do you have to lose? This fucking cunt's opinion of you? Who gives a fuck? Who the fuck is she? She's fucking nobody, man. You're somebody, dude. You're special. Fucking ask her out. She says no, fuck it. That's someone else you're gonna make happy. Fuck her. You don't need that bitch anyways. And not just that, but like, picking up new hobbies and shit. People, I want to pick up a new hobby. I don't know what I should do. Dude, follow your fucking heart. You're gonna fucking take advice from people on the internet, man. Follow your fucking heart, dude. That's what you need to do, is just follow your gut and learn from shitloads of trials and error. It sucks. It's rough. You're gonna feel shitty a lot, because it feels like you can't connect with people, you can't cope. But you gotta do it. I'm talking to myself at this point. Give myself, yeah, you can do this. You fucking make a friend. But back to the thing. Another one that people overlook is sports. People there's a shitload of smarts in sports that people fucking overlook. People, a lot of sports athletes they say are stupid. You watch any wrestling match, those guys might be fucking. I'm not talking about professional wrestling, by the way. But professional wrestling has a certain level of this, but it's not on the same par. It's not on the same par, in my opinion, as like football or tennis or mixed martial arts for sure. Where you have to be, it's an insanely quick chess game where you have to be 3 moves fucking ahead of your opponent in every time, and not just mixed martial arts, but pretty much every sport, except for baseball. Baseball sucks dick. The fuck, because it's still like I would say baseball is even less than wrestling. I'm talking about physical, like contact sports. Tennis is a really good example. Insane amounts of agility and hand-eye coordination. And knowing where to do. Boxing for sure. Putting your gloves up. People fucking in the UFC like, don't you see him punching you, dude? I have never boxed a guy before, but I've been punched in the fucking face before, and you see it before you don't even see the punch coming. You don't have time to fucking register. Oh, block. It comes too quick, or you do it too late. You got to train a fuckload to get that. And the people in MMA, like UFC, those are the best people in the world at that. So you'd have to be the best blocker. You have to come up with the best blocker in the world. Fucking as far as dodging those quick ass punches and kicks and shit. It's insane. Wrestling's like the biggest one. Like wrestling matches and jiu-jitsu to a lesser extent, but jiu-jitsu is also a lot of getting strength out of stuff. Jiu-jitsu, I'd say they're equal. I don't know a whole lot about jiu-jitsu. I know, but wrestling is constantly switching positions. It's an insane amount of agility. It's not agility. I mean agility, of course, but like in here, that knowledge where you're. Okay, he's got me in a headlock. How am I going to get out of this headlock? Okay, what I need to do is duck my head down, flip my body over, and I need to also make sure I'm grabbing his arm and keeping my body. It's being aware of every single fucking limb in your whole body and every single limb on their body in split seconds and making these quick fucking decisions. Okay, why do we not judge people on that at all? We judge them like, oh, that's cool, man, but not on the same like, smart fucking like people that are so-called smart and like scientists and shit. I'm not against scientists at all, but like why don't athletes we don't and I know athletes get paid more. What the fuck are you talking about? But we're always like they're stupid. People fucking he's fucking so stupid. It's like, dude, you know what? You're fucking retarded in that regard. How good are you at what he does? How can you wrestle a fucking match, retard? Especially, that's the biggest thing with like shit, like pretentious fucking hipsters and shit. Like, or how good can you how well can you wrestle, dude? So really, like, you think you could fucking you're average at best, dude. You have no skill in it. You don't shut the fuck up, man. Stop hating. I hate, man. Fucking people that like hate and shit and try to bring people down piss me off, man. They really make me so mad. And it's not like mad like I want to kill him. It's just like mad at the whole world. Like, why the fuck, man? Why don't you see how bullshit this is? You fucking pussy. You're trying to make someone feel inferior to you because they don't fucking meet up to your standards and shit. You know what, man? Anybody who you can fucking bully, or some people try to bring you down all the time. There's 2 reasons they're trying to bring you down. There's a few reasons. Okay, one, they're jealous of you. Like you got something that they want. They just want to. They want to be more like you. It's basically that. I wish I had fucking what he had. Fuck it. I'll say shitty shit to him. 2, they're insecure with themselves. They fucking don't like themselves, so they try to bring others down because it's the only way to them, it's like the way they feel that, okay, I'm on top now. I've got control, which is fucking stupid. I feel sorry for them. 3, they legitimately just don't like you, and they're dicks. People that fucking yell at, man. This doesn't affect me like on a day-to-day basis at all. But I go to fucking tiny chats all the time, and I get so many fucking haters on various ones that they're like yelling at me, and I'm not saying anything mean. I'm not being a negative at all. I'm being super positive, and these fucking cunts like yell at me and are screaming and are getting like fucking upset. Like they're like getting upset. It's mostly girls. Some dudes though, and I'm not saying like anything sexist or feminist at all. I'm not. I mean, I just like I come up with like silly, like discussions that I just like thoughts that I wonder about, and I'm like, I wonder if this. I wonder like. Okay, I'll say this on camera, but I haven't said it. I got this theory like, okay, anything is possible, and like literally anything, like anything is possible. Like people can explode at any time, and the biggest thing, like the biggest evidence of that is like, okay, the dinosaurs. Nobody would, if we didn't have as much evidence as we do, if we don't have an overwhelming amount of fucking evidence, if we had only found, let's say, the evidence is still there. Let's say it's buried a little bit deeper. We can't. It's hard to get to. So we only have like a few skulls, a few massive skulls, and people just come up with this conclusion. You know, I think they're dinosaur. These 300 fucking foot, 350 foot lizards walked the earth, and everything was bigger. There's 100-foot crocodiles. There's 2 feet fucking dragonflies, and they dominated the planet. And they're huge. They're enormous. They're fucking 600 fucking feet tall, and they're all predators. And they were like before humans. There was dinosaurs. Nobody would fucking believe them. There'd be so many. The scientific community would dismiss it. Like, no. I mean, there's just not enough evidence. This fossil, this skull. I mean, that could have easily been. There's several explanations for that thing. You know, and there's a lot of abnormalities in science. But to assume that there's the dinosaurs, these giant lizards would walk there, this is absolutely impossible. There's simply not enough oxygen in the air to support. You know what I mean? Like nobody would fucking believe it. Yet dinosaurs are fucking insane. It boggles my mind, man. Like how like people just like we don't really talk about dinosaurs that much. You know, it's how mind-boggling that shit is. How fucking enormous. How not even that. How different the fucking planet was. What's the biggest fucking creature on the planet now that ain't in a fucking ocean? And even whales aren't nearly as big in comparison to these big motherfuckers. These big fucking 300 fucking feet. That's a fucking skyscraper. A fucking walking skyscraper chasing shit around, eating it. How the fuck is everything so big? Like it's mind fucking boggling. That the same fucking planet that we live on now that's what used to fucking, that's you know how big shit used to be. It used to be common. Nothing is like, land mammals especially are fucking tiny, man, in comparison to dinosaurs, you know. But yeah, so take that into consideration, man. Don't dismiss shit. I'm not talking about just cryptozoology, which a lot of cryptozoology. I look at cryptozoology like I look at religions. You know, this could happen. This could be the answer. And there's definitely creatures out there that we haven't discovered that are probably elusive, but probably not. This seems kind of bullshitty. You know, but yeah, anything. Don't deny it. So yeah, man, that's I guess this episode, man. I hope I this fucking recorded because I think I'm pretty proud of myself for this episode. So yeah, allthatishhappy.com, not sponsored by them, but if you're into Doom and Stoner ML and you don't know it, if you don't know All That Is Happy and you're into it, then check it out. I'm sure most people that are into Doom know of it, but if you're not, you know. Alright, peace.